I'm here at the U.S. Coast Guard station at Jones Beach. Why am I here? Because of this week's Parsha. It's a very unique phenomenon in Baloscha. It's really three Parshios. We have, of course, Baloscha, but then we have these two reverse nuns, and the rabbis tell us that what's between them is a separate book of the Torah. So we have, from the beginning of Baloscha till one nun, we have what's between the nuns, and then from the nun and on, it's almost three Parshios in one. What's in those two nuns, between those two nuns? Vahi ben So'aron, what we say when we open the ark. It has nothing to do with opening an ark, by the way. It's when the ark moves, when the Torah moves. Vahi ben So'aron, that when the ark moves, and Hashem says, Kuma Hashem v'yafutzu oivecha, and Hashem says, Hashem rises and he scatters our enemies, v'yanusu mipanecha, and they run away from us, mipanecha. And then Kimitzion Teitzei Torah, and then V'nucho Yamar, and then when the ark comes to a rest, it says something else. So first of all, why is this a separate portion, and why nuns? So it's a separate portion because Rashi tells us famously it's separating between a bad story, the story of the complaining of the Jews afterwards, and the story beforehand that the Jewish people left Sinai like little children leaving school, like on their last day of school, which was this week. So we separated with these two nuns. It really should have been somewhere in chapter 18. But there's something about these words, Ve'yanusu mipanecha, that we should run away, Ve'yafutzu oivecha, scatter our enemies. So some of the commentaries say, when the enemies are poised to attack us, they're getting ready, they're lining up, that's when they should be scattered. Ve'yanusu mipanecha, and they should run away in the middle of battle. They should see our forces, which is Hashem, and they should run away. Why reverse nuns? So one opinion says nun represents nefila, falling. That's why there's no nun in Ashrei, according to the tradition. And there's a pasuk in Amos that nun represents falling, and we avoid that. On the other hand, another opinion I saw in the Mayim Loeh is nun and nun is nasav and ishma, that we listened, we accepted the Torah. So this portion of V'yafutzu oivecha, that we ask that Hashem scatters our enemies, is said to be a microcosm of Jewish history, that ultimately when people are poised against us, Israel has a pretty bad situation with its neighbors. They're always poised against us, with missiles, with terrorism. And we ask Hashem every time we open the ark that we v'yanusu misanecha, v'yafutzu oivecha, that they should be scattered, that we should not have them all as an army, and then they should be separated. And then if they are attacking Ve'yanusu, they should run the other way. That's certainly our hope. And unfortunately, it's something very serious that we need to deal with on a regular basis. It's part of our Jewish history, is having our enemies amassed against us at all times. There's always going to be all those armies against us, even at peace, at quote-unquote peace. And then, of course, during war, we ask that they run in the other direction. And when every time we open the ark and we daven and we ask Hashem to just let us live in peace, like our Coast Guard here behind us, that lets our homeland remain safe, and Yirtzeh Hashem, please God, and repels our enemies. That's the same thing that we ask Hashem, and that's between the two nuns in this week's Parsha. Have a great day. God bless the men and women of the Coast Guard.